You're listening to Bodhi Light Tales, the podcast for mindful people on the go. Hello, my name is Miao Guang, and today's Bodhi Light Tale is The Bubble Necklace. Once upon a time, there lived a king named Louise, who loved his little princess Bella so much, he would give her anything she wished for. On one rainy afternoon, the little princess looked at a pond outside her window. She noticed that as raindrops fell into the pond, cute little bubbles were formed. "Look at those pretty bubbles. I must have them," said Princess Bella. So she ran to the king and demanded, "Father, I want a necklace made of those bubbles." "What do you mean, my dear?" King Louis asked gently. "I saw some pretty bubbles on the lily pond. I want a necklace made of those bubbles now," demanded Princess Bella. King Louis shook his head and said, "I don't think it's possible, my dear. Those bubbles are too fragile." "No," cried Princess Bella. "I want it now. Make it happen, please, Father." King Louis couldn't bear to see his princess cry, so he gathered all the florists in his kingdom at the pond. "Make me a necklace out of these bubbles," he demanded. The florists all looked worried. "But my king, that is impossible," said one of them. "Bubbles burst at the slightest touch. How are we able to make a bubble necklace?" Although King Louis knew he was right, he just couldn't bear to see his princess cry. "No one leaves this palace alive without a bubble necklace," said the king. So everyone felt silent, and some even cried because they knew it was just impossible. Suddenly a voice spoke up softly. "Let me try, my king." It was old Anthony, the oldest florist in the kingdom. "I can make a bubble necklace." "If you can, I will spare you all," said King Louis. "However, I have one request," continued Anthony. "I would need help from the princess to complete this task." So the king brought Princess Bella to the pond. "Dear princess," said Anthony, "there are so many pretty bubbles in the pond. Some are colorful, some are clear. Some are big and some are small. Which ones do you like? Please bring me the bubbles you like so I can make a necklace out of them for you." "Sure," Princess Bella agreed. "I like this big one," she said, and tried to lift it out of the water. But as soon as she touched the bubble, it would burst. So she tried again with a smaller bubble, which also burst. No matter how gentle Princess Bella was, all the bubbles would burst upon touch. Frustrated, Princess Bella pouted her lips and said, "Fine, I don't want a bubble necklace anymore." She then pointed at the flowers next to the pond and demanded, "Just make me a flower necklace instead." As the princess stomped back to the palace, King Louis, old Anthony, and the florist all smiled at each other, feeling relieved. The moral of the story is that we are all like the princess. We try to grab onto things that we think is real, but will never last. Blinded by delusion and desire, Princess Bella is attached to the pretty bubbles, thinking that her bubble necklace will make her happy. But how can something that is not real become our true happiness? We need to ask ourselves. So just as said in the Diamond Sutra, all conditioned phenomena are like dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows. They are like drops of water and flashes of lightning. Such is how everything in this world should be contemplated. The wise mind sees the illusion of things and knows that they are subject to constant change, just like the setting sun and fleeting clouds. Therefore, the wise mind remains unattached to gain and loss, and is willing to let go. That is why Venerable Master Hsing Yun tells us, wake up from your ignorance and realize the essence of life. Stop searching outside for your happiness, but find the true treasures within. Whoever subdues anger, greed, and delusion will have inner joy. Whoever realizes the true nature of impermanence can be freed from suffering. This is how we can face all gains and losses in life with the wisdom of the Buddha. This is Miao Guang. Thank you for listening to Bodhi Light Tales. Subscribe to us and have stories delivered to you every week. May your day be filled with happiness and wisdom.